Okay, so today we'll discuss about the JCR-SQL2. So why we are using and what is the use cases of the JCR-SQL2. So before that, yesterday video we have discussed about the query builder. Like this query builder is converted into an XPath. That means a part of the XPath, you can say, for writing the efficient and simple query. That's why we are using a XPath. Then this XPath is internally converting into an this query builder internally is converting into an XPath, and this XPath is converting by using some oak engine or some jackrabbit engine. It has converting into an SQL2, and after that this SQL2 is executing and returning the result. So why we are not using this SQL2 directly? If we are using directly, then it will increase the performance. It will increase the performance of our CPU as well. So we don't need to be convert from this to this to this. You can directly write the SQL2 and execute it. Yeah, and consider if you have a, see, we knows that before SQL2 we have a SQL, and nowadays in our 6.0 from the onward 6.0 SQL is deprecated from our AEM. So we use the SQL2. Why? Because of whatever the need of the SQL is fulfilling the SQL JCR-SQL2. So why we are using this SQL? But if you have a knowledge of the SQL, that means it's very fairly similar to related to this SQL. That means this SQL2 is fairly similar to this SQL. Okay, and why we are using? So we are using for the queries. Like here you see, first of all, JCR content repository and the structure query language. It is a stand, and after that we are using to query. So whatever the data that is stored in our CRXD, we knows that all the data is stored in the form of nodes, and if you want to find out these nodes, okay, then you can simply use the JCR-SQL2. Yeah. And if you want to write the backend code for this JCR-SQL2, then this backend code, that API they have already written, and this API is nothing but your JCR API, Java Content Repository. Okay, it has a lot of topic, just like a select. Yeah, this is the grouping, and here we have one methods statement. You can say is descendant node, and after that content like is not null, order by, and the cast statement. So we'll see one by one. So but before that, for writing and the syntax of the SQL2 is select statement. We have to use only the select statement. Okay, so in our entire SQL2 we have to write the select statement only. Like here you see, here we have used the select star from NT base. That means we are selecting all. Star is nothing but the universe, everything from our CRXD. We are searching everything from this NT base. That means consider you have a 10 NT base. You have a 10. This is nothing but the type. This is nothing but the type of your node. I'll tell you what does it mean by the NT base. Okay, so consider you have a 10 NT base, and when you are uses here star, that means it will search this 10 entire 10 NT base. It will search. It will not search only the one. When you have written the star, that means it will search all 10 NT bases, and this NT base, that means collections of all the nodes. Like if any node is there, that means here you see, if I'm coming in my CRXD, here I have a CRXD, and if I'll try to right click here, create, and here we have options of the node, and here we have a lot of types. See here, this is nothing but the type. All this type, it's come under the NT base. All this type, this is the node type, it will come under the NT base. That means whatever the node that is present, it will return. Why? Because of you have defined here NT base. Okay, yeah, this is the thing. And how we can write, what is the syntax? So the syntax is select. Here you, after that you can use star. From, you have to define the type of your node, and why we are using the select statement is used to select all JCR nodes. Okay, so you can mention here the JCR node whatever you want, and you want entire nodes, then you can just simply type NT base. Yeah, that matches the JCR nodes primary type. Simple. That means if you are mentioned here CQ colon page, inside this, inside what, inside this NT base you have mentioned the CQ colon page. That means it will try to find out the CQ page only from your CRXD. If the CQ pages is there, So it will try to find out. So what it will try to find out exactly? So here we have one property, that is primary type. By it will go directly there, and it will just match the condition. Okay, if this condition and that condition is true in our primary type, then it will return this result. Simple. Okay, so we'll go there and we'll try to see. So where we can write the SQL2 queries? So in our CRXD, so where here we have a tool option, just click here, query, and here we have a lot of options, just like a XPath. If you have knowledge of the XPath, then you can write the XPath as well. SQL2 is there, and the SQL is deprecated, so we will not use SQL. So just click here in SQL2. After that, here we have to select the path. If you want to select the node, or something based on some path, then you have to enter here. So like here I'm entering content. I'm not entering anything. I'm just generating now. Okay, I have generated. When you are clicking here, it will generate the predefined statement, predefined query, that is select star from NT base as S. So if I'll try to execute, it will return the result. Here it's returning, otherwise it will throw the errors. Yeah, it has thrown the error. Why? Because of it has traveling more than 1 lakhs. See, so in our CRXD we have more than 1 lakh nodes. Yeah, and when we had defined the NT base, that means it's selecting all the nodes, and it's returning the result. But when it has more than lakh, so it will not return. It will throw one exception, that is traversing error. Okay, so for that you have to change this NT type to CQ page, or you can name it anything. Like here I'm searching CQ page and just try to execute it. So it has returning 175 pages from your content folder. It has or not even content, we have a lot of folder in your entire CRXD. If some of the pages is there, so it will return. So these pages it has returned. Okay, this is the thing. And after that, here we have defined select star from CQ page as S. Okay, and after that I have executed. That means here I have used the as is nothing but the alias, alias, that means it's a nickname. It's just simple and nickname. That means if you are defining here CQ page, in future you don't need to be define the CQ page here. Now I'll give you one example. Okay, so when you are define select star from CQ page as yes, here this is the thing that you have defined. After that this sling will try to execute this part, and it will return some result. Yeah, it will return some result. So consider it has written like 3 or 4 pages. It has written 1 2 3 4, the pages has written. And after that, this page where it will store, this pair will store inside this CQ page. When you have written this, that means this page is nothing but whatever the page it has written, that is nothing but your CQ page. And from inside this page, if you want to get the JCR title, yeah, by using this, first of all we have to write the JCR colon content. We knows that yeah, why? Because of we are searching a CQ page, not page content. So for that we have to write JCR content, and after that JCR title. So if I want to get the JCR title, okay, so we have to use this CQ page, but already I have given the nickname, so you can just simply do one thing. No, use parenthesis and S and dot. When you have S and dot, that means specified whatever the page that is present inside this object, we are getting the title from this page. Okay, by using this nickname. Otherwise we have to type this CQ page. This is the thing, we have to type CQ page and later that dot and the JCR content, but we already have the nickname, so then we don't need to be define these things. Okay, this is the thing. Then now here we have a path. If I don't want to find out from my CRXD, I just want to find out from my project, then you can just simply define the path here. No, so here I am just using content, maybe we retell somewhere that is present. We retell Just try to execute it, generate. Yeah, this time what it is generating, here you see, when I define path here, so one statement will appear, that is descendant node, that whenever you want to define the path or something, for that we have to use this is descendant node, and inside that one square bracket open and close, and inside that you can define your paths. Okay, and that where clause will appear. Why? Because of you are adding some condition. This is the condition. That means what we are saying here, from this path we have to select everything that is NT base, all the CQ, all the nodes we have to select from this path. Okay, and just try to execute it now. See, it has returning 82 result. I have mentioned here, no, 82. That means maybe inside this content we have a vretail. This is the vretail we have. I have just copied this one, and inside that I have pasted. Just remove this. Yeah, execute it. So it has returning 82 pages. If you want only the CQ page, then you can simply type CQ colon page. Now just try to execute. Now you are getting 5 result. Now you are getting the 5 result. So this is for the is descendant node. Whenever you want to define the path or something, then you can simply, for that you have to use this is descendant node. Is it clear? Okay. Yeah, so this is the thing. After that, consider like I just want to use some condition. I just want to use more than one condition. So for that we have to use some logical operator. We have to use some operator. So we have already, that is or and. Okay, if you want to use, you can use it. So now I'm just showing. You can just simply do like this. No, I'm just defining two paths. So this is the vretail, and another I'm defining my own, that is weekend. Here we have the pages, so you can just simply copy this one. Here another thing, we have copied this. Copy this, come here and paste it. Okay, and after this is the code we need. Copy, paste it. Okay. That means what I'm defining here, if the pages is present inside this, otherwise if the pages is present anywhere, anyone from this both condition, if pages is present anywhere, just simply return it. Now I'm executing, I'm hitting enter. It has returning only. It means we have something wrong. This is descendant where and or clause we have uses. Okay, just try to hit this EN. Select star from CQ page as yes, where is descendant node. This is the thing that we have defined. We have defining this one as well. Just try to. Okay, just try to hit US inside this. Where it's vretail. Inside the vretail we don't have anything. Let's try to refresh it. Okay, so we'll take different one. Like I'm taking this page as well, page 1. You have to refresh it. Oh, we have to sign in first. Okay, just try to open once again. Here we have to define the content. vretail, that is done. Just simply generate it. We don't need to be use SQL2, and now generate it. Okay, so now we have to remove this NT base. Instead of that, we have to write the CQ page. We have written is descendant node, that is okay. After that, I'm just defining OR condition. Copy this code, copy and just simply paste here. When you have pasted content vretell, just remove this, and instead of vretell, just type there weekend. We have weekend, no, just try to execute, hit enter. Now we are getting 507 result. Before that we haven't logged in, so that's why it's not showing, only it has showing only 5 pages, but now it is showing all the pages from your content weekend and from your content and vretell. Okay, so this is the thing it is showing, that is OR. That means if any one condition is true, that means it will return the result. But when I'm returning, if I'm writing here AND, then it will return 0 result. Why? Because of both conditions should be satisfied, otherwise it won't return the result. So it hasn't both conditions are satisfied, so that's why it's returning a 0 result. But instead of that, if I'll try to write the OR operator, see, that is okay if you are returning the in camel case, in small or the capital, there is not a issue. Hit execute, now we are getting the result. So this is the thing for the OR operators. And after that, here we have a not null as well. If you want to find out some condition, I'll show you how to find out. Just remove this, yeah, where we have to define the is descendant generated change from CQ page, CQ column page, and after that you can simply use and from this, now I'm just searching, I'll just want to search the title. So we know that we have already the page. From this page we have to find out, so you can use a page. From this page I'm just calling the JCR content, and from the JCR content I just want the title. What I haven't searched here CQ page content. Why? Because of inside the weekend we have one JCR content. It is responsible to store your page related information. If I'll try to open it, here you see this title is present inside our JCR content, so we have to call the JCR content first. So I have called, and from that I'm just getting the title and execute it. It is showing some error. Why it is showing?
Brackets.
No, it's not like that, bro. JCR.JCR colon content JCR colon title slash I have written it. Okay, we don't need this one. Execute. It is saying something. Okay, yeah. So when you are defining this, we have to use some operators. So I'm just using this operator right now. See, so I just want the title with this name. So if I'm writing here page, here I'm writing a page and just try to execute it. This time it hasn't written anything. Why? Because of we don't have any title with this name. Okay, we don't have any title with this page name, that's why it's not returning a result. And another thing, whenever you are using this property, after that we have to use the operator. Here we have to use the operator, that is a assignment. This is the assignment operator. Here we have a greater than, yeah, less than equals to, greater than equals to. We have a not operator. This is the not operator, not equals to. So we have to use it. So right now we don't have any, that's why it has not returning any result. It's not returning any result. So if you want the result, then we have to use the like operator. Like here you see, we don't have any name. Okay, we don't have this, we don't have any title with the page name. Now I'm just going inside this, I'm just trying to find out in vretell. We have to go inside our weekend. Yeah, just try to execute it. Again we are not getting, so just try to go inside this US, and here which title we have, that is US. Just simply copy, come here and just paste it. try to execute it now. Now we got one result. Why we are getting it? Because of this US title is this. That means this is the US title, and there is only one result. There is only one page. That title is US. So that's why we got this result. Okay, and after that, here inside EN we have this page 1, and inside this page 1 we have a lot of pages with the page title. Here you see we have a page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, and the page 6. But every pages have the different title. Like here number is added 2, 3, 4, 5. But if I want this all the pages that is starting with the page, that means all the pages I want, that title will start with page. So for that we have to filter it, and for filtering we need to use the like operator. Here we have a like operator. You can simply use it in single quotes. We have to use the according to that we have to use it. Like here I am using the percentage, and after that page. Okay, sorry, we have to use like that. Percentage we need at the last. That means that title must be start with this page. At the end it may be anything. We don't care about this. But at the start what we need a page. But at the end we don't need anything. Whatever it is, let it be. We don't these things. But at the start we need a page. Execute it. Now it has returning a page 10. It has returning only one page, that is page 10. Why it has written only one? We need more than one, no? Okay, weekend is there. Yeah, weekend. Nice. There is only one page it has returning. Why? Page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6, page 10. So from this weekend it has searching only the main pages. So inside this, inside the EN, yeah, we have this page 10, but we want from this EN. So just simply copy it, come here, just try to paste and execute it. Again it has returning only one. Is the thing we have written it, no? After that we have to use the AND operator, I think. And by the way, where I was on this content we want to search, yeah, exactly. So equals to, we have to use, we are using here like operator, so we have to write the like, and after that you can simply just do double quotes, percentage, page, and percentage. Just try to execute. Static operand. Oh, we don't need to use this one. We are getting only this result. Okay, so if I just try to go inside this this page 1 and just try to open it, this configuration, what I am getting it here inside the JCR content. What is the title? That is page 1. Okay, so we have to write in a capital. I am using in a small, so just try to write in a capital and just try to execute it. So it has returning a result. Why? Because of here there is a, this is a value, this is not the part of this SQL2, this is the value. So that for that we have to write in a capital. Okay, so that's why it is returning the result. That means this page 1, page 2, page 3, everyone have the capital name, capital P. Okay, and in only in page 10 we have a small p. If I'm going there, JCR content, JCR title, here we have a small p. Okay, so this like operator, that means it just used for the filtering. So whenever, like here you see at the start maybe anything, but we need this page, we need this page title. Okay, this page name in between the middle or the first or the at the last, it's not matter. Why? Because of we have already uses here a percentage. That means maybe at the start maybe anything, at the end maybe anything, but we need this page, we need this page title inside our pages. Okay, so we got this. This is the like operator, and here you see when I'm removing this, that means at the first we need a page, after that it may be anything. So if you try to execute it, it is returning this. Okay, now if I'm using here percentage and just remove this one, try to execute, it's not returning anything. That means at the start we need anything, but at the end we need a page. But if I'll try to see, if we will try to see inside our pages, we don't have the page, we don't have the page at the end, we have the numbers. So that's why it's not returning the result accurately. Okay, and after we will see, here we have is not null, we have this statement that is not null. What does it mean by the not null? This title, it should not be null. Okay, this title should not be null. If I try to execute from this pages, this title is not null, that's why it has returned this result. But if I do like that, I'm just removing the null and I'm just simply using this is null statement. If I try to hit execute, it has returning a 0. Why? Because everywhere in every pages we have the title, and this title is a essential part, so that's why it has returning a 0 result. Okay, but if I'll try to see the description, JCR description, and just try to hit execute, see, so all the pages we don't have any description property, so that's why it has returning a this result. Okay, that means everywhere in this in these pages we don't have a description property. If I'll try to open this page 2, go inside the JCR root and just try to open it, here we don't have a JCR description property. Yeah, if I'll try to add here JCR colon description, come here, just simply add it. Now if I'll try to search, now we will get the one result. Why? Because of we will see here we have a 18, now we will get the 17s only. Why? I have added the JCR descriptions in one page, so that's why this page is not null. And what we are saying here, if any page description is null, then return it. Okay, and if I am writing here is not null, then what it will return? Capital not null. Okay, so it will return the one result only. Why? Because we have added the description in only one page. This is the thing. Yeah, and after that, now here that is null, that is okay. The first and at the last. Okay, so this is the thing, this is the title we want to find out. Okay, this is the title we have to find out, but consider now I just want to find out more than once. Then for that we have to use the grouping. Yeah, consider like I just want to find out the descriptions and as well as title. Here what we have find out, we are just trying to find out the description, that it's not null, or I am just using like as JCR content. I just want to find out more than one property. So here we have a description, So now I'm just writing here JCR title. Okay, in this case it's not is not null. Here we have used the small null, just make it capital. It's up to you. If you want the small, that is also okay. Okay, so we have uses it's not null. Just try to execute it. So it has returning 1477 results. So what we are doing here, why it is returning, our query is right, but they are not returning the right result. Why? Because of here inside the is descendant node I have added only the content weekend path, but still they are giving from the conf folder. So this is not a good. I think we have problem somewhere. Again we have to refresh it, but before that just simply copy why it has returning 400s. Okay, select star from CQ page as S where is descendant node content and we return. That's okay. And JCR content description is not null, or yes, JCR content title is not null. So this is the thing that I have written it. Just try to add the group and see here. After that I am just simply writing the group and just close here and just simply execute. So it has returning a 18 result. See, what's the use of the group? When you have a more than one property you want to find out, then we have to use the group. Here that is the group. That parenthesis open and parenthesis close is nothing but the group. Okay, yeah. And I'm just removing this. For example, like now here I'm using a page. If now what I'm doing is I'm just trying to find out if this page, if any pages is not having this if not having this page title, then just return the result. But we don't have any. Yeah, that's also okay. We have uses at the JCR descriptions. Grouping we have opened it, but we haven't closed, so this is not a good. Now try to execute. So it's returning a page 2. It has returning a page 2. That means this page 2 only, it's not having this page title. That means it has a p small there in our page 2. So that's why it has returned, and why it has returned. This is the not operator. This one, that less than and greater than, it represents the not operator. So here I have searched the page. That means this page is only not equal to this page. So that's why it has written this result. But if I try to write the small p and this thing is equal, so it will not return this result only, but instead of that it will return all of these things. Okay, JCR description. Oh, we have to write the JCR title here. Just try to execute it. Now it has returning a result, but it will not return this page, but instead of this page it will return all the things. Okay, so this is related to a this is related to a not operator. Now we'll just try to use the greater than operator. Here we have options of the greater than, less than, greater than equals to, less than equals to. So it will work, this greater than and less than, it will work only the integer. So for that we have to add the integer value. So I'm just adding the integer value in my page 1. Consider in my page 3 I'm just adding integer value. So like I'm adding age is a string, so that's why I'm just defining as a long, and you can write the value. Like here I'm writing a 30 and I'm just adding it. Okay, so here instead of the JCR title I'm using the age. If the JCR title, now if this age is less than, we are considering if this less than 31, just return the result. And we know that we have a page 3, Here you see in our page 3. Okay, so just try to execute it. You see, yeah, it has returning a page 3 result. Why? Because of inside our page 3 we have one property, that is age, and the value is 30, and we are comparing this 30 value. If this 30 value is less than 31, then return the result. But if I'll try to use here 29, like consider this 29 is not greater than the 30, so it will not return the result. See, this is the thing. And consider I'm just using this greater than or equals to. Okay, here I'm using a 30. Which one? That is 30. Here I'm using 30. Execute it. So it has returning one result. Why? Inside this page 3 we have one property, that is age, and the value of this property 30. Okay, and we are checking this 30 and this 30 is equals to or greater than each other's. So yeah, it is equals to, it's not greater but it's equals to, that's why it is returning one result. Yeah, after that we have a name property. Okay, so we'll just simply remove this and just generate another one. Okay, so instead of this empty base, I'm just writing CQ colon page. After that, yeah, the select star from CQ page as S, that is also okay. I'm just adding one where clause, and after that here we have one name property. Shit. Okay, just use CQ colon page. Here I'm using a where clause, where here we have a one name statement. By using the name statement we can find out the nodes. If this node is matched with this name property, then it will return the result, otherwise it won't return it. So now I'm just searching the pages as a CRSD level. I haven't mentioned here the path. So for that you can just simply come here, and here I'm just using v retail. This is the thing I have written, and just try to execute it. So it has returning a 5 result. Why? Because of in every node, here you see in every page is also nothing but the node. So I'll just call node. So here we have a v retail, here we also have the v retail. That means this is the name that is same with this node. So that's why it has returned the result, that is 5. If I try to remove this I, then it will not return this result. It has returning a 0. Why? Because of we don't have the v retail, we have a v retail. Just execute. Now it has returning 5 result. The same thing if you try to use the page 1, maybe it will return. It's not returning. Okay, page 2, that means we don't have the.
I think we have to give you path.
Yeah, bro. No, actually we are doing we are searching as a CRXD level, no. So that's v retail and vk. This is the part of our CRSD. Yeah, so it will search from everything. So we are not getting the page 2.
You will give small p.
Yeah,
Small p.
should I give the small p? Execute. Now it has returning. That's nice. So it has searching as a page level. It's not searching as a property level. In the property we have gave the p capital. This is the mistakes that I am doing, I have did. So we have to search as a small p. Why? Because of it has returning the pages title, pages. This page is nothing but your node. So it's not returning the title, it has returning the page. So it just try to hit enter and you are getting the result. Maybe capital P, maybe it will return. No, it will not return. So we have to write the small p only. Till now anyone have any issue here? Guys?
No, bro.
Okay, so we'll do one thing. Now is descendant node, so for that we have to use this content, and after the content we have to write anything like I'm using weekend. Just simply generate it. So now it has generated is descendant node as well. Okay, so from this node I'm just using AND operator now. Here I have used the AND operator, and in the parenthesis I'm using S dot. Okay, so JCR content and JCR title. Here I have used the JCR content and JCR title, and there I have searching like a page. Okay, so I'm just searching a page 1. Maybe somewhere we have a page. The same thing I'm just searching again. Here I'm using the OR operator, that is S dot JCR colon content and JCR title, and this time I'm just searching different value, that like a page 2. Again you can use the same concept, copy. Before that we have to use the OR, paste this same. Here you can use the page 3. Just try to hit execute. Okay, so what we are doing is, here you see, first of all here we have adding the more than one properties. Like here I have used the AND operator, that means from this path I just want to select the empty bases, not empty base. Just remove this and just write the CQ page. Yeah, just execute it now. It has returned some result. Okay, so now what we are doing, from this path we are searching the pages, all the pages. That's why we have used here star. From these pages we are searching entire CQ pages. Okay, and after that, if that pages, here we have defined the condition, if that page is having the title that is page 1 or having the title that is page 2, otherwise it has having the title that is page 3. If the guys these pages have the title page 1, page 2, page 3, then it will return the result. Like here you see, that is page 1, page 1, page 3, page 3, they have the title. This is the node. Okay, when you are double clicking here, the title that is page 1, otherwise page 2 must be there. Okay, so that's why it is returning this result. But all the time we are writing this this JCR content colon slash title, here the same, and here as well. So we are every time we are using the same thing. So they have introduces one concept, that is in operator. Okay, so you have to write only once, and after that you have to directly write the value. So when you are using in, we have to write the parenthesis. Now you can just simply define page 1, comma, you can define page 2, and at the last we have to define page 3. Okay, so now just try to search it. Again it will return the same. Okay, it hasn't written the same. Yeah, this parenthesis we have open it, we don't need to open like this. Just try to execute. Now here you see the same result, it has result. So just try to add the page 4 as well. I don't know, we have or we haven't. Okay, we have to write here comma, execute. Now we got the page 4 as well. So by using this in operator, you can add more than one value, and this property is a common. So from this property it will try to find out the page 1, page 2, page 3 and page 4 as well. Okay, so this is the thing. After that, at the last, okay, this is the value we got. Now this value, if you want to sort or you want to organize this value in ascending or the descending order, so how we can do this thing? So for that we have a order by. We have one property that is order by. You can just simply use, and after that whatever you are defining, after whatever the property you are defining, based on this property it will arrange the ascending, otherwise in a descending order. So here I am just using simply a yes dot JCR colon content, JCR colon created. So everywhere we have the JCR created properties. So I just by default it will arrange the property in a ascending order. When you are using this order by, that means it will arrange the property in an ascending order. Just try to execute it. See, So first of all, I have created this page 1, page 2, page 3. So that's why it has arranged in a alphabetical, that means ascending order. It has arranges all the property in a ascending order. So but if you want to define the property in a descending, so for that, after the property we have to use the descending. Just come here and use the descending and execute it. See, now the order of the pages it changed. Before that, here you see the page is at last, this page 3 as the last. Come here and here you see this page 3 as the last, but when I have used the descending, execute, see, we got the page 3 at the first. Okay, this is the thing. And after that we have a contents method. There is one method that is contents. Remove this, yeah, and simply add. I'm just using add if. Here we have a content statement dot star comma comma, and here we have to use the page 1. The same thing, if here you see that content means if in any pages, if that content page is present, this is the title, if the title is present somewhere, then it will return the result. If anywhere in this page, in this entire page, if that page 1 is content somewhere, then it will return the result. So inside this page, inside this page 1 and this page 1, we have a JCR title, and inside this JCR title we have this page 1 word. So that's why it has returning these 2 pages. Okay, this is the thing. And at the last we have the cast method. There is one method that is cast. If you want to, is descendant content is done, like operator is not null, order by, yeah, and the cast. So if you want to convert from one data type to another data types, you can simply use the cast method. So sometimes what will happen, if you try to compare the value like a string and the float value, it won't possible. So you, for that, you just simply convert it. No, you can just simply convert by using the cast statement. Okay, so I am just simply using it, that cast. We'll try to find out the last. Okay, we'll try to compare the last modified value. Okay, so how we can do that things? Here we have to change it. So I'm just using JCR colon content and JCR, that is CQ last modified, no, CQ last modified if it is greater. So for that we have to take the value. So how we can take it? So you can just simply go some properties, open it. Why it's not opening the properties, man? Refresh this one, open it. We have to refresh once again. Oh, we have to copy it. Shit. Tool, query, SQL2, generate. We have to use is descendant as well. So just content, okay, now generate. We got this one, we got it. We have to change from NT base to CQ page. Here we have to use the AND operator. Dot, from this page we are trying to get the JCR content, and from the JCR content we are just trying to get the CQ last modified. Okay, and after that just try to execute it, but it will give some value. Okay, so it has showing some errors. Okay, we have to use some of the operator, otherwise it won't possible. So this is a CQ last modify. It has in a string, by default it has in a string format. So now we have to convert from string to type. That means we have to convert from string to date. So how we can convert it? So for that we have to use the cast statement. So you can just simply use the cast we have to use the cast statement. So I have uses, and here you have just simply mention the value, but our value is not opening. We have to go in the properties, no? Yeah, so somewhere we have a is created. Yeah, this is the thing. Just try to simply copy this, come here, control C, and just paste inside this. Okay, this is the thing that I have uses, and for where we have to convert it. Now this this data is in string format. Okay, so we have to convert from string to integer. So you can just simply use as a date. I just want to convert this as a date. Yeah, so just try to hit execute. Okay, so we are getting the result. Yeah, here what we are doing is, so this is the CQ last modified, and here I have uses in double quotes. Here you see this is the date that I have uses in a string format. Okay, and I just want to convert from string to date, so that's why I have uses here as a date. We have to convert this value, this content, as a date. Okay, so I have converted, and after that I am just checking this date with this. Okay, got it? Why in by default in our JCR content, maybe somewhere, if I'll try to open this, go inside the property, maybe somewhere here we have a date value. In our CQ last modify, maybe there also we have a date value, and we have to compare the date with date, not date with the string. So that's why I have converted into an date first, and after that I'm just comparing. Yeah, so if the CQ last modify, if it is greater than this date, then just simply return the result. So this is the result, they have written it. Okay, this is the thing. From tomorrow we'll see how we can do these things practically. That means we can add this code. This is the code we can add in our APIs, and we'll try to execute, and we got the result. We will get